Three things Lightworkers and Starseeds must do to fulfill their mission. Of course, every Lightworker and Starseed mission is unique, but there are some things that we all have in common. And there are things that do not only help to fulfill your mission, but also give you a better life. And in my opinion, you are supposed to live a really good life. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified every time I post videos for Lightworkers and Starseeds like you. So thing number one to do is self-love, loving yourself. I recently watched a documentary from Aubrey Marcus. I don't know if you know him. He makes really interesting podcasts and also some documentaries. He is on YouTube as well. I will link him down below so you can check him out. So he went to a darkness retreat. What does that mean? He went to a room in complete darkness for 1 week. So he stayed there, he could not see anything. It was pitch black. And so he stayed there, of course, to expand his consciousness and to see what his psyche will do with the darkness. Of course, in the darkness, he could not journal, but he had like an audio recorder, so he could record the things that he's feeling and seeing and experiencing. And so he said one thing that really touched my heart. And it was, think about arriving to the moment where you have to leave your body behind, when you have to leave this life behind, and you realize that you never loved yourself. What a waste of time, right? And so this again brought me to the topic of self-love and how important self-love is for us. There are 3 things that if you really start to understand them, it helps you a lot with your self-love, on your self-love journey. So first, it's understanding how magical you are. So I'm not only talking about your soul or your attitude or how you are, but I'm talking about your body. Like your body is really freaking magical. Like think about, everything works perfectly to keep you alive. Most things happen even without your knowing. So you're not conscious that the things happen in your body that keep you alive. Your heart is beating, your lungs suck in all the oxygen and put it out again. So everything works perfectly. You go to sleep at night, you wake up refreshed, your body healed itself, your body did everything that it has to do to keep you alive. So that's so magical. Understand how magical you are. Secondly, understand that you need a body to fulfill your mission here on Earth. I understand that as a Lightworker and Starseed, you sometimes don't feel at home here and you would rather be somewhere else, in another dimension, on another place where there's only love and where you really belong. But the thing is, you are here on a mission, you are here for a reason, and you could not be here on Earth living a human life without a human body, of course. So you need that body to fulfill your mission. How do you want to bring light to other humans if you don't have a human body, if you can't be there, talk to them, if you can't hug them, if you can't kiss them, if you can't bring your energy into a room? You need a body for that. So understanding that you need a body for your Lightworker and Starseed mission changed a lot, right? For me, it was a game changer to really accept and start to love my body, because it's here, like this is a vehicle for something. I got it for something, for my mission, to fulfill my mission, and so it is the same for you. And third, understand that you are under no obligation to look a certain way. If you feel or if you think that you should look a certain way, it is the only reason for that is because someone, or mostly the media, told you. So why should you want to have a certain body type? Why should you want to have a certain face? Why should you want to have a certain hair color? In the end, it is only the media that told you that. It's only the ads, it's only the ones that want to sell you something, or that wants to make you feel bad about yourself, make you feel inferior, so that they can sell something to you. So for your self-love journey, I really suggest that you ask yourself also, like the things that you like on someone else, or what you think it's beauty or it looks good, is it because it's really something that you like, or is it because they told you for decades that this is beauty, that this is something beautiful? So really, Remember always that you are under no obligation to look good. Also, if you go to the supermarket, if you go, I don't know, if you go in a club, or if you go, I don't know where, it doesn't matter how you look like. You're under no obligation to look good. So I repeat, understanding how magical you are, understanding that you need your body to fulfill your mission here on Earth, and understanding that you're under no obligation to look good, hopefully helps you on your self-love journey. Thing number 2 that Lightworkers and Starseed must know to fulfill their mission is to know and use the law of attraction. This is one of the main things you have to understand and use in your life. If you think about how many books have been written about it, how many channels and how many informations came through in the last, I would say 50 or 60 years or even more about that topic, you understand how important that topic is. And in my opinion, you as a light worker and starseed are here as well to share that knowledge and of course to use it. A quick reminder what the law of attraction is, if you don't know or if you don't remember. It is that everything that happens on the inside has a reflection on the outside. Or in other words, everything that happens to you on the outside, everything that you experience, has a resonance inside of you. So if you have a belief or a thought that you are not good enough, things will happen on the outside that will show you that you are not good enough. But if you think that you are worth it, that you are a lovable person, things will happen on the outside that will show you that as well. Thoughts become things, and you attract what you send out. So if you are on a frequency, as I said, of non-worthiness, you're on that frequency, and then you attract things that are on the same frequency. If you're on another frequency of love, self-love, then you attract things that are on the same frequency as well. So I had this client who was more on the practical side than on the spiritual side, and he was working in a really bad workplace. It was draining there. The people were complaining constantly. They were talking bad about each other. They were talking bad about the work itself. He could not anymore. As he was also really sensitive, he picked up everything, all these low vibrations. So I asked him, how is he when he's there at work? What does he say? What is he talking about? What is he thinking about? And he said, yeah, he's doing the same. He's complaining all the time. He's feeling bad. He's feeling all this low vibration. He cannot focus on the work itself. And he's just on a low vibration and in a bad mood all the time when he is at work. And my second question was, what would happen if he would start to talk differently and to think differently? If he would not complaining anymore, if he would enjoy his work, and if he would think positive thoughts. So what would happen? So he thought about it for a moment and then said, I guess I would not fit there anymore. I think I would probably have to change the workplace, or no one would ever talk to me anymore because I would not fit there anymore. He would not be a vibrational match anymore. And that also means that things around him would change. As he said, he would maybe change workplace because he could not stay there anymore, because he would not fit anymore, or the people around him would change. Maybe they would not talk to him anymore, or they would talk differently to him because they would see that he is not complaining, so they cannot complain with him. And as I told you, he was more on the practical side, so this was really an epiphany for him. He started to understand how the law of attraction and how it works with these vibrations, with the frequency that you send out. Why is it so important for Lightworkers and Starseed to understand the law of attraction and to use it? It is because you are here to spread light and the truth. And this law is the truth. It helps people to take their life in their hands and to live a fulfilled life and to not sleep during their lifetime. So it is kind of a responsibility, in my opinion, for you to live as an example and using and understanding this law. And you as a Lightworker and Starseed are really powerful manifester. And I'm not talking about only reaching your goals or manifest the things that you want in life, but I'm talking about everyday life. So important is that you look around you and see what happens in your life. How are you feeling? What is around you happening? And then understand that it must have resonance in you so that these things can happen to you. And if you start to understand that, and if you start to use the law of attraction, you lead as an example, and people will see that, people will understand that. So that's why it's really important for you to understand it, because you are not a victim of your life. And if you read some spiritual books or some channeled books, then you will see that this is one of the main things that the other side, that the spiritual world wants to tell us and wants to give us and wants to let us know, and wants that we understand. Understanding the law of attraction will help you in your mission. And if possible, I also suggest that you share this knowledge. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to do a YouTube channel or write a book, but share it sometimes in the right moment. You will feel that. You are sensitive. You know exactly when the moment is right. And you don't have to tell about all these spiritual topics, but maybe somewhere there is someone who doesn't feel good, or is in a negative thought spiral, or is attracting a lot of bad stuff. And maybe you can, instead of explaining everything, you can just tell that when you change your thoughts and you change what you had inside, your life on the outside changed. And even if this person maybe is not so happy to hear that in the first moment, believe me, these are the informations that will stick, they will stay inside. And one day they will come back to that information and use that. So you are here to spread light, truth and information. And thing number 3 that Lightworkers and Starseed must do to fulfill their mission is to don't dim your light. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They show their beauty regardless. And I'm the guiltiest one of dimming my light, I have to admit. I've always dimmed my light, and sometimes I'm still doing it. I went through life without really saying and talking about who I am, why I think that I'm here, what I feel and how I perceive this world. I did not talk about my goals, I did not talk about my dreams, and mostly I think it was to comfort other people. I thought they maybe are not ready to hear that maybe they will feel bad when I talk about these things. They will not accept me. They will think that I'm somewhere in the clouds, or that I'm wanting to shine my light too bright. So I always tried to dim my light. I dimmed my light. I dimmed my light to fit in. And then when I started to open up, or when I had this moment where I opened up and I started to shine my light, amazing things happened. I attracted the right people. I could shine even more with those. I could shine even more in my life and the life that I was starting to live. And so start to shining my light and not dimming it changed a lot. And so why it is important to not dim your light? First of all, if you dim your light, you're not yourself. You're not authentic. You're not your true self, and you are not living your full potential. And if you're not living to your full potential, and if you're not living authentically, it also means you're not able to give as much as you could if you would live like that. So if you're not yourself, how do you want to give? How do you want to give a lot of yourself? How do you want to share your light? It's not possible. If you're dimming your light, you cannot share your light. There are 2 things that can happen if you start to share your light. So one is that the people around you don't feel comfortable with that. And the reason is because they are dimming their light. And if you are shining your light, you're shining your light on the fact that they're dimming their light. So they feel uncomfortable. And it can be that you will lose some people, that there are people who don't want to be around you if you're really shining. And the other possibility that can happen is the other way. So it can be that when you shine your light, there are people who feel encouraged, who have the courage then to shine their light as well. They use you as an inspiration. They feel inspired to shine their light as well. And believe me, really important is that it doesn't matter what will happen. What of these two possibilities? So shine your light anywhere, regardless. If they walk away, let them walk away. We need you shiny. We need you in your full potential and really authentic. Because only then you can fully fulfill your mission as a light worker and starseed. So these 3 things seem easy and fast told, but they're not that easy. It needs some time to work with them. I don't know, on your self-love journey, it can be that you need years to really love yourself. using the law of attraction. Of course, it seems easy and logical that you attract what you have inside, but it's not that easy to work with it. It's not that easy to use it. It's not that easy to understand that you have these things around you that you manifested, that maybe because of your limiting beliefs or the things that you believe about yourself. And also shining your light, it's not that easy as it sounds, but just start. Start with these 3 things. Maybe one of them it's really easy for you, maybe 2, maybe all 3, but maybe not one of them is easy for you. But I'm sure that these 3 things are kind of the pillars to really fulfill your mission. It doesn't matter what your mission is exactly, but if you have these 3 things, you are ready for everything, I would say. You know who you are, you love yourself, you shine your light, and you know how you can form your reality. You know how you can design your life, and you also know how you can help other people. And I guess this is one of our missions, to be there for other people. And the mission can look differently. As I told you, every mission is unique, but these things we have all in common. So self-love, know and use love attraction, and don't dim your light, please. We need you full shining. So if you want more, I have a free meditation for you to download. It is an amazing meditation for lightworkers and starseeds because it grounds you, but it also helps you to have this connection to the higher realms or to your star. So you can download it for free. I have put the download link in the description. I really appreciate also every comment of you. I want to know you. Please comment something, tell me about your Lightworker and Starseed mission, or if you're struggling with something, ask me something so I can make more videos about it. And now, make sure to watch this video next, and I see you in the next one. Bye!